Yes, next class is about timeline. Right now it has no sequences, empty timeline showing. So what is timeline actually? On timeline, we can edit your videos and audios here. So we can arrange clips, we can manipulate, we can change, you can cut and edit, right? So to understand clearly about the timeline, you can add the any video clip, right? So suppose here I already imported the videos here. Suppose I'll click here and drag this here. Yeah, this is. Yeah, this is right. And so first we have to understand about this one. So of course these are the hours and minutes, seconds and the frames. And here it is actually the playhead position it is showing. Okay, and then here there are three lines are there. Click here, close panel. If you apply this one, your panel will get closed, right? Undock panel, you can separate this from this, and these are the panel group settings, the same like close panel, undock panel, all this. So work area here. So this is your the work area. Suppose here that is showing work area bar. Uncheck this one. These are show audio time units. Okay, audio time units. This is audio waveform. Use label color. Suppose here, see the label color. Label color means what? This is the label, and you can right click here, and you can change the label to rose color. Now see, it is changing the same like your video, audio also changing. That means what? It is connecting with that video. So uncheck this one. And this is rectified audio waveforms. Rectified audio waveforms. Suppose you can minimize and maximize by increasing and decreasing this sidebar. Of course, for the video also you can do the same. You can increase and decrease this. And rectified audio waveform, close this one. So it is changing to a normal waveform. Next, logarithmic. This is also already in the tick mark. Logarithmic waveform scaling. So the scaling size it is varying the time roller numbers. So the numbers, time roller numbers are displaying here. You observe here. And suppose it's a start time. So where you want to start and give the end time. Right now I'm not doing all these things. Okay. So video head and tail thumbnails. So suppose right now the video head, this is the video head, thumbnails, front and back it is showing. Video head thumbnail. So if you change this one, it can apply only for the video head, not the tail. Continue video thumbnails. So entire video can show your video thumbnails. So it depends on your requirement and your project needs. You can change all these things. So reveal sequence in a project. Okay. So that can reveal. So create preset from a sequence. So presets you can add description. This can be your other preset. So right now I'm not doing all these things. So when you work on any project now, we'll understand more clearly. Make offline, leave it this one. So about this multi-camera audio follows multi-camera selection, top down multi-camera follows next. This will explain in the coming classes, because when we work in videos in a project, more clearly we'll understand about these things, right? So okay. So after this one, see this is what insert and overwrite sequences as nests or individual clips. So you can insert or you can overwrite your sequences as a nest inside as a group or individual clips, right? So this will also can cover in the coming classes. And this is what magnet snap in timeline. The snapping, so snapping means what? Suppose if I cut this video, so suppose here I'm using control K I'm using to cut my video. It is the cut. What is the shortcut? Control K. Suppose if you want to join this one both, snap in timeline, suppose drag and close to this, automatically it is snapping, right? Of the snapping, then you can drag this, it is what? Overlapping. So it is overlapping on each other. So always keep this in a snap position, snap this one, then it can connect each other. That is snapping. And here a linked selection. So linked selection is what? You are linking both audio and video here. Suppose here, if I cut this one, so both are separated equally, right? And suppose here, if I click on this one, now it is separated from your audio. So this is, that means what? You disconnected the link. Okay, I'm using Control Z and Control Z. Okay, the same thing here also will do, where suppose you can select these clips and right click and unlink. This is unlinked, okay, and suppose click all, select all. Here again it is unlinked because they are already in unlink. And suppose select all these things and suppose linked selection, okay. So these are linked selections, and select this one and a link. So linked selections, link. Now it is linked, now it is linked, the two clips, okay. And this is what? Add marker. So markers I told you in the previous classes. This is marker. When you click on the marker, it is displaying in this area. Okay, you can double click on that and can give the name. Suppose who is giving a what comments. Suppose the person, some person will give the name, person name, and comments what he is expecting for the other person. Suppose the particular area I want one effect transition or any effects you want to include on that particular area. So give the comments to that person, right? So these are what? A marking area. So okay, and then you can clear markers. And here it is what? Timeline display settings. So these are all timeline display setting. Show video thumbnails. Suppose see, it is disabled, that one. Show video thumbnails. And this is show video keyframes. You can move this back, back. Now the visibility is more clear. Yeah, this is the white line here, it is, right? That is a key of frames. If you want to disable that one, you can disable. Show video names. Suppose here the video name is there, so you can uncheck that if you don't want. These are all options. Show audio clip header on small tracks. So here it is. So audio clip. Show audio clip header on small tracks. Show audio waveform. So here it is a waveform. And again, if you want to on that one, show audio waveforms. The audio waveforms use label color. So this is the label color itself, it is taking from the video. So these are all settings. Just uncheck this one. Yeah, audio type badges, show audio waveform, show audio keyframes, audio type badges. So audio keyframes. So keyframes, this is the white line here, it is showing, that is the keyframes. And suppose uncheck that one. Now see, that's vanishes. And show audio names. The names here it is displaying. If you don't want that, you can off that one. Show audio and names. So minimize all tracks. So tracks are minimized. Expand again. Save preset. If you want to save this as a preset, you can save this. Right now I am not saving. Okay. And manage presets. So from the presets you can manage, customize video header, customize audio header. So this will explain in the next step. Okay. Okay, so these are timeline display settings. Now come to this bottom, this area. So what is this? Here see, here this is the audio track and this is the video tracks, right? So sometimes what we work with more audio tracks and more video tracks. So in that case you can increase or decrease audio tracks. So suppose here add track. So I am giving a track, add a track, and again add a track. So click here and again I am using add track. So track is added. Minimize this one, then you will understand. So how to minimize this one? There is a shortcut also. Suppose on keyboard you can use Control minus and Control plus. Control plus is increasing the size and Control minus is a decrease. And for audio track, to increase decrease audio graph, Alt minus, your audio track is decreasing, and Alt plus it is increasing, right? So both the ways you can. Yes. And now see audio tracks are adding more. So there's a if you minimize this one, yeah, the tracks are more here. Yeah. Now see closely. These are the video tracks we created, right? So in the same way, if you want to create audio tracks, suppose here right click, select this track, right click here, and add a tracks. So how many tracks you want? 1, 2. Suppose I want 1. So track add and right click and add track, 1 track. So here it is added, and again I want to add one more track. So track added. You can minimize this and you will understand. Yes, so many tracks added here, right? Yeah. Yeah, delete tracks. Yes, delete tracks. Delete track. Delete. Delete. Delete track. Okay, that's it. So few tracks I'll delete. See, you can move this track by moving the small that area it is showing like a string. By selecting that one, you can move this one, or otherwise directly by using this bar, sidebar, you can change that one. And right click here and delete track. Okay. And now see here, this is what there is a lock, toggle track lock. Suppose this is my video. If you lock this one, so even you cannot drag and you cannot change the position even, right? Because this track is locked. That too, a video track is locked. Sometimes required this locking system, right? And unlock this one, unlocked. And suppose this is the toggle a sync lock. So about this one I'll explain the coming classes. And this is the visibility of the video. The same way here, some options are there for the audio tracks. And suppose here unlock this one, even you cannot edit this one, right? So unlock this one, and this is audio 1, 2, 3 tracks are there. So about the toggle sync locking system I'll explain, right, the coming classes. And this is what the mute track. Suppose if you use the track mute, even if you drag can play this one, the audio is not listening. That means what? The mute that area, and you can unmute that one. And a solo tracks. Suppose here we have 2 tracks. So I'll see here, if I place two audio tracks, when I play this one, so how to play this one? You can use your space bar. Okay, the 2 audios at a time they're playing, right? So instead of that, you can on the solo track. Suppose you can on this one, and now listen this another time. Yes, in the same way, solo track on here and off this, and now say, yeah, this is. So these are the solo tracks. When you work with different audio tracks, you can use as per your requirement which area you want to actually listen your sounds audio tracks. And now this is what a record. You can give the voice over. Sometimes what you can give voice over. So click here. Okay. If you like my video, please subscribe. Now see, listen this one. That is right. So you can give the voice overs on your videos. These are the voice overs. And then now suppose here, right click on that audio and customize this one. Here some options are there. Okay, and suppose here this is what a toggle sync lock, and this is toggle track output, and this is track name, and go to previous, and this is a remove keyframe and go to keyframes. If you want anything, you can just drag and drop here, right? So I don't want that one. And now here what I'll do, I right click here and customize. Here the soundtrack audio customization, here the button. Here again the toggle sync is there, and the mute track already we used that one, and the solo track used enable track for recording. So this mostly we don't use this one because already here there is a voice over recording button is there. So from that we use it. And here track name and the track volume, and here the show keyframes and go to previous one keyframe and add remove keyframes and go to next keyframes. And this is what a left right a balance, and this is a track meter. Suppose from this track volume, so you can drag and drop here, it is added. And this is what a light right balance, you drag here. Any required things, track meter, add this one. Suppose here, yes, add this one and say okay. Click here, and I'm adding some changes here. Now see, because here the sound is more clearly visible because the meter is on, track meter. And decrease this more. Yes. on the left one, only left speaker is on, and this is for the right, and this is for the center. Both the speakers can work. Suppose if you want to move end frame and home frame is in this point, and the end frame is this last point, end point, right? So how to reach that one? Suppose on keyboard there is a end button. To click on the end button, automatically it will reach the end point. And suppose home button, click on the home button, so we will move to home button, suppose here, right? And if you observe here, if you want to move the video frame by frame, and then what, automatically by pressing arrow mark you are moving. Suppose here it is showing, I can make the zoom out, zoom in, yeah, here. Now see the timeline. Now it is moving one by frame by a frame. If you want to move more frames, 5 frames, 10 frames, 15 frames, 20 frames, there are some options are there from edit, from preferences. There is a playback. From the playback, you can change, instead of 5, you can give 10 frames, and say OK. Okay. Now come back to start position, and I'm using shift and right arrow. Now see here the 10 frames moved forward, and from there again I'm using shift right arrow, coming to 20 frames, and again shift right arrow. So moving 10 frames. The same way I'm using shift and left arrow, reaching 10 frames back. So this way you can control your videos. Okay, and this is all about the simple timeline, right? In the coming classes, when we add all the videos and audio tracks, we'll understand more clearly.